Hi, Courtney here, and I'm here today to talk to you about a financial aha that I had. And if you like this material or you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps get the information out there to other people. Real quick, one reason I started this channel, and it's got a lot of stuff on it from my career as a yoga therapist to personal finance, is because I have 4 young adult children, and I really wanted a way to document information to get to them. And also the yoga stuff was for my students that I owned a vocational school for years to help them. So I want to talk to you today about, I don't do this for a living, I do this to share. I want to talk to you today about a book I'm reading and an aha moment it gave. The book is called But First Save 10 Lady-Splaining Money by Sarah Catherine Gutierrez, and I hope I didn't murder her name just now. So this is the book. And I got the book to do a review on it, and I have been a personal finance blogger and vlogger for about 13 years now, mainly focusing on frugality and investing and saving for retirement. And I thought I would read the book and see what I thought about it, and I had an aha moment. And for those of you who maybe you have a hobby or a career that you're really good at, you know a lot about it. Maybe you're a great chef and you've been cooking, and rarely do you find something out that's just changes everything, or changes the way you think about cooking, like a new technique. And that's how I felt about this. So what it was is it talked about that women often are characterized as not being good with money, like they spend all their money on shoes or clothes, or they have to have the next fancy thing. Maybe they're buying too many lattes. And it turns out that that's not the case for most women. It's that they're paying everybody else first. So it's, they just don't get around to doing the financial investment stuff. And I was one of those people. Even though I'm super frugal and I set up our 401k, my ex-husband and I did prior, I didn't know a lot about investing. I didn't really know how to save for retirement. I didn't know what I needed. I did not know about the 4% rule. And if you don't, please feel free to ask me below or look that up. It's just basically you figure out how much you will need to live off 4%. So if you need $1 million to get $40,000 a year in income off your investments. So she was talking about, we'll pay the bills, we'll help our children, for me, I would make sure my ex-husband had all the things he wanted, because he was the one out there earning the big paycheck, and he needed the car and the clothes and, all of that. And I was a stay-at-home mom who was teaching yoga 3 times a week. And I just felt I was a giver, I was an enabler, and I didn't pay myself. I hardly ever paid myself. And then after I got divorced, as a single mom, I always felt like I needed to be taking care of the kids, and it was selfish for me to be focused on myself. So I saved anywhere from maybe $1,200 to $3,000 a year in my investments, when I should have been doing a lot more than that. And now I'm about half of that last year, and I'll be up to $7,000 this year, maxing out my IRA. And as soon as we get our house paid off, I'll be doing more. And I've been really focused with my new husband. I was single for 7 years, got remarried. We've been really focused on paying off the mortgage aggressively, because he's close to retirement and has a pension with the police department and a good Social Security check. I still have been more focused on getting debt free. We are debt free except for our house, and getting the oh goodness, what am I trying to say? A large emergency fund. But he doesn't really understand investing, and sometimes I feel guilty taking the money I make and putting it in there when we're aggressively paying off the mortgage. So we got this really big bill. We own a couple of businesses. We own a roofing business. That's our largest business. We own an Airbnb, and then I'm an independent contractor, and my husband is a police officer. So with the roofing business, there's a lot of liability, and I don't want to bore you with the details, but we got an $18,000 bill for an insurance audit, and it's a long, drawn-out story. We're negotiating it down. It is something that it's ridiculous. They've obviously made some mistakes somewhere, because there's no way we can owe that much money, because we were pretty on top of our game for the most part. But that being said, I had sent a check for our investments in to Vanguard for our index funds, and I got it back in the mail because they don't take checks anymore. They only want you to do it electronically, and that's hard for me because of the way our accounts are structured, but doesn't matter. That very day I got that bill in the mail for that insurance audit, and my first thought was, well, I guess I'm not going to put this money in investments. I guess I'm going to turn around and pay this blasted bill. And I sat down and I started reading this book, But First Save 10. And I realized my tendency as a female, I don't know if men do this or not. I've not seen it as much in men, to just be like, I got to take care of this. Maybe it's my personality of hating to be have debt. But I thought, this is stupid. I don't need to change my plan for retirement. I don't need to change my plan for paying down the mortgage because of this stupid insurance bill that, quite frankly, is a racket. I can negotiate. I can pay them out. I'm not going to make us suffer because of that. And though that may sound odd, like don't pay your bills, I'm going to pay the bill, but I'm not giving them the money that was going in my retirement. Like, I need to put myself first, because even if I'm paying them $100 a month for the rest of my life, I am going to have money to live on at some point. So, anyways, I sat down the next day and I took the money and I electronically transferred it, and I'm about to transfer more. I'm going to go fully fund that retirement account this week and get that money in there, so I don't think about it, because it is ridiculous to have that mindset of everybody else comes first. Even the bills that don't put the roof, even Dave Ramsey says that, you pay your food, your lights, the roof over your head, transportation before you pay American Express. Now, I don't have any debt. We don't have any credit card debt. We're very responsible. But yeah, you have to take care of you. So that was just a huge aha moment for me, and really good advice. Really good advice. This book is great. There's so much good information in it. It's really geared towards younger women, but the advice is solid for anybody. And it's easy to read. It's not a really big, long book, and you feel like you're talking to your girlfriend when you read it. It just feels very down to earth and easy to understand. And it's actually extremely interesting. I've been reading it at night before bed, and I usually like light reading before bed, but it's not a hard read at all, and you'll get very educated very quickly. And it's a very good book at helping you with your mindset about money and the way that you think about life and you live your life. And I was having this conversation with my daughter last night because she was about to do something, go buy a used car. And I could see my younger self in her, some of the decisions she was making in regards to her boyfriend's car, helping him, giving him her old car, not paying off her student loans aggressively, and things like that. So anyway, again, the enabling, the trying to help other people, not helping yourself, putting yourself at risk. And I just hope other young women out there can be empowered to put themselves first, because quite frankly, you're teaching people how to treat you. And that is not good. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. Have a great day. Bye-bye.